Greetings, my fellow travelers. I have decided to embrace the C-class Star Destroyer. I've renamed it Interdictor because I realize in the game those are cargo pods, but there's top and bottom. They make me think of the bulges on Interdictor class Star Destroyers, which are just a little bit smaller than ISD. In light of the fact that this thing's like 10 times the size, proportionally it kind of makes sense. As I am in creative or custom mode, pretty much had everything unlocked. Haven't bothered setting up stuff yet, but what I have done before lunch and just finished a couple months ago is the basic setup. Operations room, active planetary probe table, Starfleet style transporter pad, corridor. I wish they wouldn't have that, but yeah. I also wish the corridor would come in. Well, I'll be dipped in peanut butter. I was hitting the wrong button. Okay, I guess I'm going back to the drawing board in a moment. Large refiner, solar extractor. Not planning on using either one of them, but they're there. You know, they can generate their own stuff. Security office guy, exocraft technician, exocraft table, portal out. She's white. Her name is Interdictor. Sometimes I'm derivative. Alright, and since I do love symmetry, yeah, I'm gonna have to change that section of corridor. Dude, get out of my way. Alright, 1, complete command. 2, not planning on doing the let's upgrade dirty ships to S because A, there's no story to it, it's semi-pointless, and since I'm in creative / custom mode, I have no cost to anything. I can rank up so much dough and so much material so fast, it's not even funny. Science terminal, construction terminal, and galactic trade person. And view out this side. Now, as they say in French, la pièce de résistance. The big one. It is 3 times the size. It's a 3x3 floor, and if I was to ever do this again, I would probably set up 3x5 and put that 1 row further back, or perhaps even 2 rows further back. Underneath, I removed the floor panel, more or less center, more or less. It turned out not so much to be centered. A large storage unit with a salvage crate on top, and I cached the teleporter ring, copied a wooden crate 3 times the size, aimed at the center of the small shipping crate, wire glitched, and boom. She works just fine. It's just a little bit more sexy than the parts that come for the freighter, and I really wish to God there would be an option to orient the ring in the part as opposed to this 45-degree thing. And there's a reason why there's those shelving. Is, again, my love of symmetry, shelving. The shelving is to direct people this way. Yes, this is literally the top of the teleporter room, Stargate room. If it was to be done again, I would very carefully measure the distance to the roof, or at least to above the ring. Remove the central panels, aim the landing pad on whatever I stacked up, and wire glitch in place. From what I can tell, it's perfectly lined up. And I had to say that, so I have to go and check now. Okay, it's not perfectly lined up. It's just a little bit closer here than it is there, but frankly, just walking around, you never would notice. And again, there are arrows on these things to indicate direction. So, and since I like symmetry and since I love having a save point, bingo. So that is the basic setup. And the last part, which end up using to make the walls for a teleporter room, is, well, the biscuits will be ready shortly. Well, environmental control room. Some people like to call them carbon rooms. Now, I cannot understand for the life of me why you cannot have stairs parallel to each other, one stacked on top of the other. It just wouldn't allow me to do it. Or else, instead of having the teleporter, short-range teleporter, I would have just had a stair from the landing pad upstairs to, well, some equivalent room over there. Yep. You know, the door would have been here, and that would have been the end of it. Technically speaking, the teleport ring is there. It's just ever downwards, and the glass does not lend itself very well to looking downwards. In light of all the improvements they've done to glass and to water, it seems a bit churlish to complain about it. But, well, the end result is that's why I didn't put all right. Okay, we definitely don't want door here or there. That's interesting that just because you remove something, a bunch of other stuff gets removed. Okay, all right. Okay, very, very good. Well, you get the general gist of it. Now, there'll be some matter of corridor branching off here, and I'll do some cargo rooms, and on the rear deck I'll put some landing pads, and at the very, very end, well, let's point it out. At the very end, wherever the very end is, because unfortunately you can't seem to go all the way to that. That'd be so awesome. But somewhere over there, I'm going to put a row of 5 double-sized biodomes. Maybe just a little bit less than double-sized, so you can still use the plant holders. And that's it. That's the latest project. Sadly, she is only a C-class, and I wanted her to be black with charcoal gray highlights, except their definition of black is 10-year-old asphalt. Not black anymore by any definition of the word. And with those words of sarcasm aimed at road building, I leave you, my fellow travelers.